So if we're going to be looking at right triangles, one of the really important things, probably one of the most important things to be able to do is to label the sides properly, because it's all, if we get the sides labeled wrong, then everything else is going to be off. So let's look at just a simple right triangle. Okay, we can imagine that those sides are all straight. Now, this is my right angle here. The side that's opposite the right angle is always going to be the hypotenuse. So there's the two legs that make the right angle. The third side is the hypotenuse, and that's always the case. Then the other two sides are labeled based on which angle we're considering. So, for example, if we were talking about this angle right here, then we would say the other two sides are either opposite or adjacent. Well, this side over here is opposite, and this side over here is adjacent. Adjacent meaning beside something. So here we have, if we're talking about this angle, we have the opposite, we have the adjacent, we have the hypotenuse. However, actually, let's just leave that there. Opposite. If I take the same triangle, more or less, we can pretend this is still the hypotenuse. But now we're talking about this angle over here. Well, now this side over here is opposite, and this side over here is adjacent. Okay, so depending on which side or which angle we're considering, that determines how we label our sides. A lot of times we name our angles. Theta, this symbol right here, is a really common one. Some other ones we use are alpha or beta. Those are Greek letters, and you can see them in your notes. So these are the three triangles from the bottom of page 2 of your first little notebook here, and we're going to say that this is theta right here. This is our right angle. So if this is our right angle, that means this is the hypotenuse. Now the side that makes up the angle with the hypotenuse is the adjacent side, and then this one is the opposite side. Here, this is our theta. This is our right angle. The side opposite the right angle, so the two sides that make the right angle, and here's the hypotenuse. Then the side that makes the angle with the hypotenuse, that's our adjacent, and the one that's not touching that angle, that's the opposite. And for a third triangle, here we have our angle. This is our right angle, so the side over here is the hypotenuse. The side that makes the angle with the hypotenuse is the adjacent, and then the third one that's not touching the angle is the opposite. And that's how we label our angles.